Hello everyone, Tony Walsh here. Welcome back to the channel. Just while traveling up to Baxley, Georgia from Blackshear, and I've seen this little roadside monument for the number of years I've passed it, but I decided, well, heck, I'm gonna stop and look and just actually see what it says. So I thought I'd share it with you. So behind it, all the markers is obviously the American flag, and there's a little headstone there, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But as I said, I'm traveling to Baxley, Georgia, and that's in Appling County. And Appling has some history that I did not know. So in Georgia, and sorry about the cars passing behind me, but in Georgia, you see these historical markers all over the place that talks about various things, from how the counties were created to sites to see and the historical purpose of that site. And of course, this one here talks about how Appling County was, when it was created, how it was created, and when it was created. And evidently this little community here that I'm in before I get to Baxley is called Holmesville, and I've never heard that. And this plaque is hard to read, so I don't know if you can pause it and want to read it, but it's a lot of names on it for historical purposes that tell how this area was founded. So move down to this one here, and this is what I did not know. Of course, you know, Georgia is one of the 13 original colonies turned into states. In all these counties currently that are present in the state of Georgia were carved out of the original Appling County. And you can see I can live in Pierce, but I work in Clinch. And you can see Ware County and Clinch County are huge. And a lot of that hugeness is because of the Okefenokee Swamp. So they're big in land mass, but not in actual population, just because the majority of it is swamp. But you can see Appling County was incorporated or founded in 1818, and you can see that there are now 12 counties carved out of that. So I thought that was a little neat piece of history right there that I never knew. Just wanted to share with you about the great state of Georgia. Moving on down the line, there's a plywood backing on this one, but whatever the sign was is gone, so don't know what was on there. But evidently there was a Masonic lodge on this site, and there's a building back there behind my truck that as I walk to it I'll show. But this was the original site of where this Masonic lodge was located, and I'm just assuming it's that building back there in the background. Let me see if I can zoom in right here. There's an old dilapidated building back there in the back, so I don't know if that's the Masonic lodge or not. And then this one here I found interesting, and I hope nobody sees it as controversial. You know, I don't believe in slavery, never have, never will, but my wife does have relatives that fought in the Civil War. So, but this here is a four-sided monument, and all the dates all the way around to say 1861 to 1865. But this one here talks about Captain Silas Crosby's Appling County Militia, the Company K 54th Georgia Volunteer Infantry Satilla Rifles, and Satilla is because of the Satilla River. Here this one says Company F 47th Georgia Volunteer Infantry, called the Appling Rangers, and you can see the state of Georgia seal of 1776. That is still the state of Georgia seal that we recognize today. And then at the bottom it says Company A, I, and K, Clinch's 4th Georgia Cavalry. So I don't know if that's a man named Clinch or if that's in reference to Clinch County's 4th Cavalry. That I couldn't tell you. Then on this side, Company I, 27th Georgia Volunteer Infantry, the Appling Grays. And then Captain John Mayer's Appling County Cavalry. And then on the back side, Company B, 54th Georgia Volunteer Infantry, the Appling Volunteers. and then Captain Ben Milliken's Appling County Militia. So just thought I'd share these with you. And I've walked up to the building. You can see it's old and falling in. I've walked around it and I don't see any indication of whether this was the original Masonic Lodge or if this was somebody's house. It could be the lodge, could have been the lodge and then remodeled to a house. I have no clue. But it's the floor's caving in. Obviously the roof to the porches fell in. So, like I say, there's nothing to indicate that this was the lodge. It's just on the same piece of property. But that's the end of this video. Just thought I'd share this roadside find with you. So until we meet again, y'all take care and God bless.